In this video on Advanced Find for Microsoft Dynamics for Sales, we're going to cover off how to do an advanced find without using advanced find, or in other words, how to do a reasonably complex query without having to use the advanced find interface, which I know, despite the series of videos we're doing here to try and make it as easy as possible, some people still find daunting. Now, this is one in a series of videos we've done on the advanced find function in Microsoft Dynamics, both for the modern interface and the legacy interface. You can see links to all those videos below. Also, if you've got any suggested content, or indeed you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. So let's just go into what I mean by this. So I'm in a personal view that I've created here, and in terms of my search options, I can filter by keyword, but that's quite limited. It's actually just pointed to a handful of fields that are set up by your administrator. It's not possible to do searches on fields that aren't included in those search criteria, or indeed if you need to combine fields to build a query. And traditionally that's where you would go to your edit filters, and if we click on that we can see the interface there, and that is reasonably daunting perhaps for new users. But there is another method of building relatively complex queries without using the advanced find interface, and that's by using column filters. And I'll explain what I mean by this. Let's say, for example, I wanted to build a query of people who had a preferred contact method of any. We're using standard Microsoft data here, so excuse the slightly convoluted example, but they would have a preferred contact method of any. They would have an address city of Seattle, and they've got annual revenues, let's say, in excess of 10,000. So traditionally we might build that query through the filters. That'd be fairly easy to do, but as I say, that can be quite daunting. We can actually do it within the view. So let's start with preferred method of contact, which we said would be any. If I go to the column here, you can see just to the right there's a down arrow which indicates a menu. If I click on that, I can see what the menu is, and there are a range of options, one of which is filter by. So if I click on that, you can see I have an operator, which in this case defaults to equals, but if I click on the down arrow, I can see there's a range of operators I could use. I'll keep equals in this particular case, and then if I click on the down arrow there, because this is a pick list, it's going to give me the pick list options. I can select one or any or all of those, but I'm going to click any, and I'll just select that and apply, and that has started to build out a filter. Not quite the one we want, but we can now start to extend that because we want people who are based in Seattle. So using the address one city column, we'll just filter on that one, and again equals is fine, so we're going to put in Seattle, apply that, so that's a second filter applied. And then we said annual revenue in excess of 10,000. Again, go to the down arrow, go to filter by. We'll choose a different operator in this case, so it's going to be greater than, and then we're going to put in 10,000. We apply that, and we've effectively created our complex query using 3 different fields across 2 different record types. Now, if I wanted to include a column that wasn't available on that view, all I need to do is go to the edit columns and click add columns, and either add that column from the contact record itself or any related parent records. So if we also go to the edit filters button here, we can see that query is then being pre-built within the advanced find interface, so based on the filters I've applied to the columns. If I want to take over from here, so that's a good starter, and start to add further criteria using the advanced find function, I can do so. Anyway, hopefully that's been a helpful way of enabling you to do some slightly more complex queries without having to use the full complexity of Advanced Find, or indeed being able to sort of kick off an Advanced Find just by using column filters. As I say, it is one in a series of videos that we've done on the Advanced Find function within Microsoft Dynamics. You can see links to those below. If you've got any suggested content ideas, or indeed you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. Thank you very much for your time today. Hopefully see you again soon.